One of the difficulties of playing without a shoulder rest is shifting, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Probably the biggest problem is shifting down, and the reason for that is that as your hand is shifting down, well, you've got the friction of the instrument on your hand, and that's tending to pull the instrument away from your body. So you need to put a little bit of pressure on the chin rest. With this CAD pad, it helps a lot. I need a lot less pressure. So just on the downshift, particularly between, say, third position and first position, you need to put a little bit of pressure. If you go up into the really high positions, then you actually have a little bit of contact here between your palm and the body of the instrument here. So that allows you to sort of keep the instrument in place and do your shifting. So the problem is really going, say, from third position down to first position. So when I shifted down, you may have noticed the thumb kind of does a little release, because otherwise you kind of have all this friction in between. You kind of have to sort of release the thumb a little bit. Some people say the thumb should go first. And I think that for me, that more or less happened just naturally. I didn't really have to think about it. My body just naturally did what it needed to make the shift happen. So that's one problem with shifting. Now the other problem I had with shifting, which is something I actually had to put some conscious effort into to correct, was shifting into high positions, and in particular shifting, say, from third position to fifth position. So like on a, let's say, a 3-octave D major scale. Now you may have noticed that when I did this shift here from third to fifth, when I made the string change, even before I shifted, I had to bring the thumb around and under the instrument. So my thumb is ready. Now if I don't make this motion here, bringing the thumb under, what happens is this joint on my thumb, that joint gets stuck on the button of the violin. So let me show you what happens if I don't bring my thumb around. This is the problem that I was having. Now my thumb is stuck on the button, and if I try to move it around while I'm shifting, then the instrument moves around and you usually don't get the sound that you're shooting for. So the shift going up from third to fifth position, this thumb really has to come around and be ready before the shift happens. So right as soon as I get to the E string, I'm not shifting yet, but I'm bringing the thumb under. Now I'm ready to go up. So those are pretty much the two issues that I had as far as shifting. Now some people sort of contend that you sort of lift the violin up when you're shifting, or down when you're shifting, and up and down. I personally don't really feel that that's something that works for me. I think particularly if you have a fast passage and you're shifting, you don't really have time to be moving the instrument up and down. So the way that I've been trying to shift, and also the way that my teacher is trying to get me to shift, is to really keep the hand as a unit, move the whole hand as a unit. And so if you have a fast passage like on the Bach chaconne, you really don't have time to be moving the instrument up and down or doing anything with the wrist. You really have to just move the whole hand quickly to be able to play a passage like that.